Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alondra Elizabeth. Hi if you're new here, and welcome back everybody else. So this video, I honestly wish I did not have to make, but it already happened and I'm making this video, so let's get to it. It's gonna be an MPRE recap, and the reason why I would have wished to not be making this video is because I already took the MPRE in March and I didn't pass it, if you saw my old video, as you all saw, and I took it again in August, and now I did pass it. So it's gonna be a recap of just the whole thing, the whole exam. Last time, in case y'all didn't see it, I'll like link it up or something. I vlogged like day of the exam, and then I explained what the exam was and what I did to study for it, which clearly didn't work. And I put that in quotations because when I took it in March, I didn't pass by 2 questions. The questions are weighted 3 points each, so I got an 80, and the passing score you need in California is an 86. So I didn't pass, and it was really frustrating because, as I explained in my last video, you have to pay to take this exam. So I had to repay to retake this in August, and I also canceled plans during the summer to retake this August MPRE. So I really didn't want to be doing this or making this video, but it happened, and that's fine. So basically what I just want to, in regards to like recap, what I want to do is just explain what I did differently for this exam. First off, I chose a different location from the March. I didn't want to have to go back to the exact same building that I took it in March, just because didn't want to be there, didn't want to like rehash that whole vibe. So I picked a different location. Instead of taking it in San Francisco, I took it in Daly City. That was just like a different ambiance. I recommend, if you need to retake, just take it at a different place. And then the difference in studying. So for the first time, I had taken the professional responsibility course that my law school makes us take as required. But I took it the semester before, which ended in December. So then after the class ended, I had January and February to study for the March MPRE on my own, outside of class. And the thing is, that class also didn't cover all the materials. We didn't go over judicial, like conflicts with judges and like just the judicial rules, code of conduct. We didn't go over that in class, so I had to do that by myself. And I didn't as thoroughly as I probably should have. And so I really think that, honestly, the questions I missed, I felt like they were probably from the judicial code of conduct or judicial questions, because I didn't know those as well as everything else. So ideally, if you take a course in school, you should be able to do it fine. Another thing that I did, but maybe didn't do well enough the first time, was that Themis offers free MPRE. Themis offers a free MPRE prep course, so I would definitely recommend that because it's free. I think Barbary, you have to pay like $15, so it's not that bad. But MPRE is free, so do it for Themis. And so I did do the practice questions, but I didn't do all of the ones they offered. I had a family emergency in January, and I traveled to Mexico, and like other things happened. So it would have been better if I would have passed it, but whatever, extenuating circumstances. I would go through all of the practice questions because they're pretty spot on for the actual exam. So it's a great practice, and the more you do, the better you'll feel. So that's one thing I did differently for the second time. I actually finished all of the practice questions sessions that they gave me, and then I also watched all the lectures that Themis offered, and I did not do that the first time. So the second time, I went through the entirety of the Themis MPRE prep course. I watched all the lectures, I did all the sessions, I did the full practice exam they offered, and then they offer a second practice exam that's split in 2. So I did that, and then they also have a diagnostic thing. I also did that, and then they had like 4 like questions after the lectures just to make sure you understood that, and I also did that. And then they also have an MPRE outline that they offer you, and I printed that out and I reviewed it. And like this, I did this the first time, like the first exam I did. And the first time I also like took that 20-page outline and condensed it to 10 pages, which was very helpful. And then what I did the second time is I just reviewed those, both the outlines, the one I condensed and the one I had printed from Themis originally, just as like, just reiterating everything. And I really went ham the second time because I was not trying to take it a third time. So I also read the judicial chapter in the textbook that I had for my class. So if y'all have a textbook in class, I don't know, read it when you're in class. And if you feel like you need any additional support, read it again. I read it again, it wasn't that bad. And then we did have the professional rules of responsibility, like the book, kind of what you have for like rules of evidence or like civil procedure. There's like a rule book for professional responsibility. And so I read the rule for the judicial stuff and the comments, because the comments tend to like sort of like re-explain or like break down the rule. So I did all of that for the second time I took it, and I had like a 13-point increase. I easily passed the California passage rate the second time, so that was great. So yeah, that's basically the recap. Like I went from sort of doing multiple choice questions to reviewing the outlines that Themis allowed, and then like taking the course, although there was that 2-month like break between the end of the course and the actual MPRE, and not passing by 2 questions, to taking it in August and doing the entirety of the Themis MPRE prep course. Questions, reviewing the outline, watching the lectures, reading in the textbook, and reading the rules. And I passed the second time, flying colors. California, if you're not in California watching this, I don't know. California and Utah are the ones that require like 86. The rest of the states, I don't know if they require like 75 or 80 or something like that, but it's like lower than California as in Utah's is. So I would have passed elsewhere the first time, but I didn't, so I retook it. And that is how it goes. That was like the MPRE. That's the recap. 7 minutes of me basically just talking about the fact that I passed it the second time. So hooray to me. And I hope this is sort of helpful. I just like, again, I've always wanted to be completely transparent on this channel. So I let y'all know when I didn't pass the MPRE, and since I took it again this summer and mentioned it here and there in other videos, I just want to do a full recap and just say what I did differently and the fact that I passed. So now I am free to take the bar. So I cannot wait to continue my 3L year, and do all of that. More videos to come for sure. So stay tuned and comment down below if you have any MPRE like questions or ideas what you would like to see on this channel, because I am all ears. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.